Hello guys and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Greg and this is our 24/7 live Everton news report. First story, talks with Chelsea have reopened as they look to bring in Amadou Onana and we look to raise some much needed funds fairly urgently. We're setting the fee for them at about 55 million, which would be compared to the around 30 million we paid to bring him in. Represent a good bit of business for us. We'd make profit. An example of doing things right in the market. If you think about the amount of players in the last 5 years we've signed in that price point, and we've let go or will be soon letting go for absolutely nothing. Slightly older age profile, less potential when you sign them. It would be a sign of us actually going out, picking up a fairly more unknown player, bringing them into the spotlight in the Premier League and selling them on for a profit. A much more sustainably run club than you look at us signing Walcott for about that amount of money towards the end of his career, getting a few years out of him, subpar, and then letting him go for nothing. Shank Tosin, the names start to roll off the tongue when you go. And that's probably part of the reason why we need the funds from Onana as well, is because we've let so many of those big players go for nothing. So, of course, Onana is fantastic. He's shown signs of being a fantastic player for us if we can get the good qualities out of him next season. So, obviously one that will split the fan base, because you want to keep him as a club. You see a high potential player who enjoys playing for the club. The main thing is you want to see them stick around, but also when you're in a perilous financial situation and someone says 55 million, someone offers you a £15 million profit on a player you've had for a season and wasn't a first team player by the end of the season. It's hard to turn that down. So we've got a poll up, and that reflects that split in mentality. 46% would sell and 40% wouldn't sell. A few people there sort of stuck in the middle, and there's still 23 hours left on that poll, but 2,000 votes already in, so a good cross-section of the fan base so far. Go and vote in that, let us know how you feel. I'm not sure how I feel myself, to be fair. Another story that we have is that we are joining Brentford in the race for PSV's Isaac Babardi, who I will confess and probably is well known by how I butchered the name there, not on my radar. Seemingly bright season with PSV's under-21s, notched 5, assisted 6 from the left wing predominantly, some games in the attacking midfield position, so adaptable behind the striker. 1 year left on his PSV contract and is waiting for them to negotiate terms with him to keep him at the club. In the meantime, obviously, the Sharks are circling. That's us and Brentford. I hate to do this, but Brentford's recruitment, which started under the Rasmus, with that sort of Danish focus, Scandi focus, has paid its dividends for their club and becoming a sustainably run Premier League club that seems to be full of talent. So when you link with the same sort of names as a club like Brentford, maybe Brighton as well in that camp at the moment, you think, okay, well, there must be something there. They must have seen something. Obviously, we don't play the same system as Brentford, so a player profile for them obviously wouldn't fit our team. It's I'm not advocating that we go out and every time Brentford earmark a player, we go and send some scouts to the same game, but as a semi-promising, the other names on the list. As I got to say again, I confess I don't know too much about the player. Obviously, would be coming in very young, still playing in the under-21 setup in the Eredivisie 2 or the second division of Dutch football. So I presume one for the future there. If we were to bring him in, very early doors in that story developing. So nothing too much to be said. But on the topic of PSV, Jared Branthwaite is, of course, after a great spell in the Eredivisie last season, drawing interest this time from Roma. Of course, be sad to see him go. Left-footed centre-back, his type's always going to be at a premium, and he's been linked with moves away ever since he came into the spotlight at the beginning of this season. Liverpool and United were sending scouts to see him at PSG. If Mourinho's still at Roma, I think he would turn him into a fantastic centre-back there. I believe Chris Smalling is departing Roma, or I might be wrong on that front, but he would fit into that system beautifully, I think. Left-footed centre-back playing under Mourinho at Roma, I think, would be fantastic for his career development, but not good for us to let him go. It'd be a shame to have brought him in, realised that we've got this player on our hands and then never actually get to see him really have a season with us. Depends what fee. Same arguments go back to the points I was making about Onana. So let me know on the comments with that one. Sell Branthwaite, or maybe try him out for a season. Whilst we've let Mina go, Cody's not coming back. Is the door open for him to walk in, partner Tarkowski, maybe also fit into a back three? I would love to see him personally. And on the topic of Roma, as we sort of stitched this patchwork together, a little bit more information on the Abraham deal. We were apparently in what the Liverpool Echo were calling advanced negotiations before he tore his ACL. Typical luck there, isn't it? That fantastic quality of striker. We're linked with. We apparently make it to the advanced stage, and then he goes and tears his ACL in training. So no point crying over what could have been. Next season he'll come back twice as fit, score twice as many goals, and it'll be the one that got away. But that's that. In terms of strikers, we continue apparently to have Dembele at or near the top of our list of interest. That's pretty much the news for today. We obviously await the big Ken Wright decision to be made, big board changes, but Ken Wright's still holding in there. I fully expect to send this video off and get a notification through with the decision there, but for now, as a time of recording, about 7 o'clock, we've had nothing. So talks with Chelsea restarted for Onana. Go and vote over on the poll. Also in the comments, let us know if you'd let him go. If you're not active on Twitter, then engage with us here on YouTube. Let us know in the comments, because we get through and read that. This young PSV attacking midfielder, have you heard of him, is my first question. If you do, please enlighten me and let me know what kind of player we'd be looking at, one for the future, or has he shown enough this season at PSV's under-21s that he would be ready for that step up. Jared Branthwaite, let him go, let him stay. And Tammy Abraham, would he be one of the better players that we've missed out on? Let us know all of that. And hopefully see you guys soon. And we will start to have some stories that are looking at us really strongly in talks with players, and we'll know some more clarity on the board, some more clarity on these big issues that are hanging over the club. Cheers, guys.